If you are at the east end of the High Street at around 10:30 AM on Marches morning, you might catch the Fraternity of Dyers, led by Keneal Band, leaving the Star and Garter as they head to the palace to meet with the Provost party to fraternise. This is a relatively new tradition. Previously, the trade representatives kept to their own schedules and their own company on Marches Day. In the 19th century, the Dyers, who were fast becoming the only fraternity left, would briefly fraternise at Linlithgow Bridge, but even here they conducted their own meeting in one room of the Bridge Inn, while the Provost party, a much smaller group than today, met elsewhere in the building. In the 20th century, as numbers taking part in the marches grew, it was decided to have a more formal fraternisation, and the palace forecourt offered the perfect and historic area to exchange fraternal greetings. In recent years, several organisations have taken the opportunity to follow the Dyers and exchange greetings with the Provost, Bailies, Deacons and invited guests. The tradition allows many of the town's organisations to share the joy of meeting together after a hearty breakfast has been consumed. After the Provost has led the fraternising at the palace, the Provost party makes its way down the Kirk Gate to fence the court on the steps of the borough halls. Fencing the court is an ancient act whereby the day's events are solemnised and all present are warned about the penalties which should be given if the riding of the marches and the inspection of the town's boundaries was interfered with. At the ceremony of the fencing of the court, the King's order was proclaimed in the form of a declaration, insisting that his rights be adhered to and that law and order be kept within his royal borough. The fencing ceremony also gave the royal and borough officials an opportunity to administer other borough functions, such as the auctioning off of the town mills and toll gates, the fixing of prices and the establishment of taxes. Such announcements could be unpopular, and so the officials were protected by halberdiers equipped with axe-headed pikestaffs, and sometimes by the borough hangman, who would appear armed with a drawn sword and a threatening look. The fencing was not always performed in front of the borough halls. It has been performed at the foot of the Cross Brae and outside the old hole in the wall, now 1807. For many years the town crier just bellowed, or occasionally in later years he used a loud hailer. In 1934 a microphone was used for the first time so that the growing crowds could hear the proclamation. Of course, now the fencing of the court is a ceremonial part of the day, but pays tribute to the ancient traditions of the riding of Linlithgow marches.